On our way to Muay Thai. Fuck yeah, feeling tired and a little bit bloated, probably because of what I just ate. Food like that, so forcing ourselves to class again. Feels like a lot of forcing. I'm still keen to do it all, right? There seems a lot of forcing myself because I'm just so disorganized and so silly. Trying to do too much. Not got my priorities in order. But we're still doing it, so it's good, it's good. So the plan is, this is Wednesday today, it's the 21st of February. We're going to go Wednesday, going to go Thursday, going to go Friday. And then Saturday's the big class, so we'll see if we go to the Saturday one, or if we just do weights on the weekend. So we just get the 3 Muay Thai sessions. We're still need to do sparring. Sparring just wasn't there last week, which is a shame. Now I don't know if this is going to make my stomach worse before training, but this is what we're going to do. The last Saturday that I trained, that was an intense session. It was long. It was just long. And it was still quite exhausting. Not the hardest strength and conditioning class I've ever done, but still tired as after it. You know, I ended up falling asleep that Saturday. So I got home, I ate some GYG, just like I ate this afternoon. Ate some GYG, spoke with my mate who'd also trained 2 hours doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and then sparring, I think it was. There's an open mat and then sparring. We were both wrecked. The only vibes that were going on in our house was sleep. And I ended up sleeping all the way until 5 PM that night. I was fucked. I ended up passing out around I swear to God, my roommate said I didn't sleep that long, but I swear to God, I fell asleep at 1:30 and woke up at 5, because all of a sudden it was dark time. It was like the sun was going down, and sun doesn't usually go down here during summer till about 6:30 or so, like that. Almost 7. That's in Queensland at least, with no daylight savings. But besides the point, yeah, I was exhausted. My body hasn't done that much exercise in a while. But I got plenty of sleep, and it is Wednesday, and I haven't trained Monday or Tuesday, so I've got plenty of rest. So that's why I'm like, why am I tired? It's because I've just been sweating, just been getting exhausted again. But it's all right. It's all right. As long as I force myself to come, I'm happy with that. I've been having a bit of a chat on the Friday since I was sparring. I didn't train at all, right? I was talking to my mate in Perth and my roommate. It's like, what would be really interesting? Because it's so itchy when you start this stuff. You wanna get straight into a fight. You know what would be pretty cool? If you have some balls, say, I want to enter in and fight on this date, and I want to train towards you want to have a goal, right? The goal is to take a fight for me. It'd be pretty cool taking a fight. Let's say this. Imagine I take a fight on my birthday, or my birthday month, September. I think that's pretty reasonable. It's not March yet. It's almost March, 21st Feb. So that's 6 months. 6 months of pure dedication, and then you take a fight and see what you're made out of. That sounds pretty cool to me. I'd be so down for that. That'd get me up in the morning and make it so that I'm not forcing myself. It'd make me believe I have to go. There's no way around it. So it's been on my mind whether I set that as the goal, because the only goal, you've got a goal, right? And there's no plan towards it. It's oh yeah, I'm gonna have a fight. I'm just gonna go to training. Alright, we've been going to training. Maybe not as consistent as we probably should. What's this day? That was day, I think it's day 13 or 14, I think. I'll just double check it on the video. The title will say it. But yeah, we've been going and getting some basics done, but yeah, it'd make it a bit more fun if there was some stakes on the line, doesn't it? Nothing quite motivates you than trying to get better at something. And I like to try and bring it back to things that I've been good at. like when you want to be good at something and you're good, and you finally feel like you're getting better at it, like it just eventually makes you feel like you want to keep going. And like that's how I do feel with the fighting. Like I reflect on it all the time, but it's like by the time I finish training and I get back home and then I eat my food and then I'm gonna go straight to sleep, and I can't really like sit and think about it. And then when I'm in during the day, I've got to think about other things like my business idea. I've got to think of that. It's my brain is constantly just thinking about things. It's like I can't. It's like I got too much to think about. I got way too much to think about. So narrowing in my goal of having a fight would be good to set a date, of work towards that date. And even my roommate who's taken a few fights said, yeah, it'd be a pretty realistic goal. You know, there's no problem taking a fight. Like it's amateur. It'd be an amateur fight. What have I got to lose? A professional fight record of 0? Or I could, you know, get a loss on my amateur record. I could get a win even. Like, who knows? But it would be great just to have that as a bit of it's an actual goal. Like it's set in. You plan the date. You'd be like, I want to end up on that, and then you go ahead and you train towards it. Almost like you're in fight camp for 6 months straight, which would be fucking awesome, to be honest with you. Like 24 weeks of just pure training. That's a long time. Like if you think of it like this, 24 weeks, every single day, your focus is on getting better as a fighter and running a business. Oh, I'd be a busy man. I'd have to make some sacrifices, other sacrifices, like, you know, pleasurable sacrifices. Like, do I keep hanging out with women? Stuff like that. Like, lots of things to think about. But, you know, gotta go back to the drawing board again. I keep saying it. Oh, here we go. A bit of traffic congestion as I'm getting into my gym. But I'll probably leave my rant there. I just try and speak out loud sometimes. My brain thinks of way too many things all the time, and I'm always hard on myself. It's like, oh, you're not doing enough, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it's not like I'm wasting my life. I'm still trying to make my life better. Like, I'm trying to become more self-reliant, you know, make my own business, work for myself, and create a life for myself. And yeah, this is just inside the mind of someone who's trying their best. But you know, you can always try a bit harder in other ways. But I've just parked up. I am going to go and stretch, because stretching is super important, and without stretching I'm fucked, and my kicks are getting better for it. But I'll speak to you guys soon. Yeah, we're doing this again. As soon as I finished training, my friend called me straight away, and we spoke for like an hour. And then after that, I was already home, and I had stuff to do, and I like make dinner. And then I had my roommate, and I could talk to him and stuff like that. Well, I don't gotta talk to him. I wanted to talk to him, so a bit of the socializing, it's good. But training was hard. I made a very big error. I ate 2 burrito bowls before training, about an hour before it, and that's what I was talking to my roommate about. He's like, yeah, here's the rule. For a complex carbohydrate like rice, it's about 3 hours. So you don't want to load up on complex carbohydrates beforehand, because protein, it doesn't really matter too much. Like when you eat that before training, because it doesn't really give you energy. But a carbohydrate like rice, yeah, bad idea. So I ate 2 of them, so I'll be real sluggish, and I fatigued faster. Probably because my body's trying to process the food, like the double bowl with the extra meat. Oh, I won't be doing that ever again. I just don't want to lose weight. So that's one thing about my condition is weight loss. So I'm a little bit paranoid when it comes to weight loss, because the only thing I would hate most is doing all this exercise and losing all my weight. So I get a little bit I go a little bit overboard sometimes when I want to eat my food. So I won't be making that mistake again. But training was good. I was with an older bloke yesterday. He's a nice guy. He's been doing it about 3 years. He was teaching me a bit more of the stepping out for my kicks to get more of a rotation. It's definitely something that I need to focus on still, and I'm getting more flexible the more I do it, and you can just hear it. It's like when you get a good punch, you can feel it on your knuckles, whereas when you kick properly, you can feel it on your shins, and you can also hear it. It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. But it's a bit harder than punching, I think. Punching's hard enough, so slow process. And I'm so unbalanced. That I can, like for example, my switch kick. I'm so unbalanced that I almost kick myself off my own feet. I guess it's because I'm like focusing on speed and power, and I need to not. Yeah, even he was like, no, don't go for so much power, and then I go for a lot less power. He's like, no, give me some power. I'm like, yep, all right, just give me a moment, I'll learn it. But when I'm doing it, it's almost like I've got to stay. Oh, he also taught me like the way I should be in my stance. Like I'm apparently really naturally wide stance. It's like a natural thing for a beginner. To be in a wide stance with their legs, except I'm supposed to be a bit more close. Like my feet are supposed to like just be one behind each other. I'd be able to represent it better if I was showing. But yeah, so I brought my stance nice and close, and then tried that, and then things just did start improving because I didn't have to make such big movements for my kicks. I'm already like prepared, like and ready to make a movement because my feet are closer together. And when I was learning that, I'm also thinking in my head, I can see how getting like a Muay Thai base can definitely not translate into MMA because you're so easily taken down. You're so easily taken down. But I appreciate all the things I'm getting taught, and just getting through all the rough periods with the fundamentals of striking. That's all I want to do for the next for March. I want to do that. I want to learn the fundamentals, get better at my kicking, and then that's when I reckon that I'll officially go to a MMA gym, like a bigger MMA gym, just where there's more people who can who are willing to like teach me. The coach I have right now, he's good. I like Tony a lot, and his gym's good. The people there are quite nice, but yeah. I do think that I'd get a bit itchy, like I said. Why not take a fight? Like, make it all worth it. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. Like, I'm like on the fence with it. I'm fine with anything. Obviously, I'd want to win. That would kill me if I didn't try my hardest. But as my roommate says, he's been training for a long time. So, mate, if you want to fight MMA, go to an MMA gym, get yourself a base, and then train MMA. It's better to have a base than train MMA than just like go straight into it without any form of base. So, I'll grind out this like 14 days, 14th day of training. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Like a good solid 30 days would obviously be preferred before going to MMA. We could even set that as the goal, like, because I do need to learn jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu would be the easiest way to beat someone, like, if they're not experienced. So for me, example, if I got taken down and this guy who's taking me down knows jiu-jitsu and I don't know enough defensive jiu-jitsu, I'm fucked. Like, I'm absolutely fucked. There's no way that he's not gonna find a submission, and I'm gonna either get choked out or tap out. And yeah, I can't need to do a bit more jiu-jitsu, and I know that. And there's a few gyms that I could go to that I believe can teach me some quality stuff when it comes to that. But that's in the back of my mind. I'm just gonna keep grinding this at the moment. Yeah, yeah, with the foot turning the right way and stepping out properly and get my balance better to me. My roommate did this course last year. It's called Animal Flow. And funny enough, it's actually stuff that McGregor trained for balance, because McGregor actually says it himself. Like, balance is everything, and it is. It is with this, because I feel so unbalanced. And if I was more balanced and like more flexible, far out, I'd be so good at throwing kicks already. Well, I wouldn't be so much better, but I would be more stable on my feet. Another thing with the kicking is I've got to retract my leg back as fast as I can to get back to my stance. So whereas when I kick, I can't like leave it hang there a bit. It's like I've got to retract it back, because if I don't retract it back, I'm not ready for the follow-up hook, cross, and then right back to to a switch kick. I'm gonna retract it. But these are all things I'm thinking about, and I think about them through the day. But I'm remembering more combos, which I'm happy about, because like that means I can go if I go to the gym and do weight training, I can go in the bag and I can just whip out some combos and try some different things. And I don't know, it's good to just be able to understand how a combo flows, and then you can build on it, but just change it up. Another thing that my roommate said is like Muay Thai, you don't really learn much more than what you're learning, other than getting faster with it. And he's right. With striking, you don't really learn much more. It's just you get faster and you get more effective. Whereas jiu-jitsu, you're constantly learning new things. And he's been doing it 10 years, and he said even after 10 years he's still learning new things. And he got put into a position the other day, and he asked him, how'd you do that? It's like, that is going to be the hardest one, and I'm glad that it is, because the day that you get like a good submission on someone, fuck, surely that's a win. It's an absolute win. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do the 30 days. 30 days, or close to 30 days. We'll do it close to a month at my gym. Keep grinding it out, and then we'll go to an MMA gym, and then we'll yeah, start training the jiu-jitsu. Yeah, and schedule in a fight end of this year, close to it. See how we go. Like, it'd be much cooler having stakes on the line. Like, yeah, because yesterday, honestly, I meant what I said. Like, I don't know, I'm in that headspace where I don't even want to train anymore. And I think it's because I've put my head